Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Always, the last couple of videos, I'm trying to wait a couple seconds before we get started because apparently it cuts off the first 10 or 15 seconds. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Here we are again. I hope it is a beautiful day wherever you are, whether it is in the morning or afternoon. And I know some of you are in other parts of the world and it's evening. So whatever it is, I hope you are having a good day so far. Hang on. Let me just fix something real quick that's going to distract me. Okay, there we go. All right, Lorna from the UK, Debbie from Illinois, Joanne. Hello, everyone. Lots of people in the chat today. Good, good, good. Ooh, chilly gray Wisconsin with Dawn. It is, well, what temperature is it today? So far, it is 50 degrees this morning, and it's 10 my time. So I think we might get like high 60s today. So that is good. I don't know, you guys, all the days blend together. So I think last week, did we have snow last week? I think we did. It's just spring in Utah. So, oh, I know, Joanne, I am so sorry. Vicki and I, my friend Vicki Booten and I were chit-chatting yesterday via text. And yeah, she said, Ontario, Canada, again, 4-week lockdown. I am so sorry. It's probably what's happening there is probably what should be happening in some other places, not happening. So I just do whatever you can to make it through because I know, well, we've all been there, right? It's not easy. So hopefully at some point, I don't know, maybe a year from now, we'll all be like, oh my gosh, remember when? So hopefully that will be behind us soon. Okay, so welcome. If you are joining me for the first time, welcome. And if you've been with me for a long time, welcome. And anywhere in between. My name's Lael Kankar, and I have a business called Lael by Mail. Prior to COVID, starting over a year ago, I was doing a lot of traveling and teaching. So I was teaching at events, I was teaching at independent scrapbook stores, and all over the world. I'd kind of been doing that for, well, on and off for about, I bet it's been about 18 years now. Through different careers and working for a number of different scrapbook manufacturers. 2 years ago, I stopped all that and went out on my own to really focus on my Lael by Mail business. So at that point, I started doing kits by mail and also continuing to travel and teach. And then COVID hit a year ago, and all of us had to start doing things a little bit differently. And I did a free class on one Saturday on YouTube about traveler's notebooks because I thought, you know what? I like traveler's notebooks. I know a lot about them, and I think that might be something that people might enjoy learning about. And here we are now, that many Saturdays later. So I don't know, we're 55 or 56 or 3012, whatever it seems like. But we've been getting together every Saturday and we play. When I play, I am working on lists. So always have at least 3 list topics that I provide the day before. And we work on those lists. So a lot of people do all kinds of different things. Some of you are cleaning your house. Some of you are working on other projects. Some of you are actually working on your list with me, or you may be working on lists from the past week. I think more than anything, it's probably just a social. I know for a lot of us it's social, and it gives us an opportunity to feel like we are not alone, right? Even though we all may be alone in our own homes or wherever we are participating. But it kind of feels like we're not alone because this is the new way of socializing these days, right? Right. So as we are working, there are a lot of different products that I use, and I always encourage you to do a couple things. Number one, go to your stash. Go to your either little bin of products, go to your bigger bin of products, go to your desk, go to your scrapbook room, your craft room, whatever it is. Use your existing products. So pull out what you have. I think you'd be surprised that a lot of the products that you have work really well in the type of creating that we're doing in terms of making our lists. You'll see me use a lot of different products, and I've linked where I can, where I remember, in the description of the video down below. So I think the very first little part that you can probably see is supplies and information below. So if you click there, you will see tons and tons and tons of resources, lots of links to articles, links to products that I'm using. In some cases, I have those products available for sale on my website. In other cases, I don't sell them, but I've given you links in other places that you can find them. I always encourage you, besides shopping your own stash, if you have a local craft store, scrapbook store, mom and pop, really mom and pop anything, right? Dry cleaner or coffee shop or craft store, hobby store, whatever it is. I always encourage you to shop local because it's really important that we are supporting our local businesses. But if you can't find something, then either I will have it linked in the description below or I will tell you where you can find it. So we have a couple of, oh yeah, of course, use what you have, right? And every so often I will mix in what I have, but sometimes it's hard for me to mix in because if I use something, a lot of times you guys want to know where to find it. And if I'm pulling from my stash from a long time ago, I've been crafting for 24 years. So if I pull from something that I have from a long time ago, sometimes you guys aren't happy with me because you think, oh, I want that, and then you can't find it. So you'll probably see me more often than not use products that are still readily available. But that doesn't mean that you can't shop your stash. But sometimes when you're shopping your stash, it's good to mix in a couple of new things as well. All right, so we have a giveaway winner from last week. So every week I do a little giveaway. And you always, to participate in that giveaway, I have you leave a comment on the video. So, for example, today we will do another giveaway, and to participate in that giveaway, all you need to do is leave a comment, not in the chat, but on the video itself after it's over. So we'll talk about the giveaway for today in a minute. But the one from last week was this. Well, it's not the paper. It was this wonderful April wood veneer kit from my friend Jessica at Kallyx Designs. So super, super, super fun. She does amazing things. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Jennifer's new, right? Aren't you, Jennifer? I think I saw maybe in the Facebook group, maybe that you were new. So welcome. I miss all kinds of things. You guys know that. And Tina, thank you. It's got little... I don't know, butterfly sleeves, wings. Guys, so many times though I miss what's in the comments. So just know, if I don't happen to see something and I don't respond, it usually means I didn't see it. Or I may have seen it and thought, oh, I know, I'll respond to that in a minute. And then, it goes right on my head and forget. So please just know, if you say hello and you're new and I don't welcome you, just know it's not that I'm not welcoming you. I just probably didn't see your comment. So hang on, let me just look under here really quick. Michigan, Lisa, Jennifer, Joanne got lots of listing done. Jesse, you got your prize. Jesse, finally, right? Oh, okay. While I think about it, just really quick. This past week, I shipped out all of the prizes from our big 52-week giveaway. So all of the individuals that were supporting me, scrapbook.com, Carrie Bradford, Andy K. Arts and Vicky Booten and Scrapbook and Cards Today. Everyone, if you were a winner, has your address and your prizes should be on the way, including the ones from me because they were shipped last week. Anyway, back to this at hand. The winner of this wonderful April wood veneer kit from Kallyx Designs is Tracy Carell. So Tracy, if you are on, congratulations. Well, and if you're not on, congratulations. But I replied to your message today. So I just need your name, assuming that's your name, your YouTube name, and your mailing address. And I will forward that to Jessica and she'll send you your prize. Yes, congratulations, Tracy. I will also tell you, those of you that have been around for at least a couple weeks and maybe were around on our 52-week big celebration. Last week I talked about, I think, probably one of our youngest regular attendees that joins us every Saturday, Ariana. And Ariana's 13. And someone reached out to me anonymously and offered a $50 gift certificate on my website for Ariana to shop. And I matched that, and Ariana shopped this past week and she got her order. So she just emailed me this morning, I think, or within the last couple of days, and said, thank you again. And she was so excited. So Ariana, if you're here, have fun playing with your new goodies. Today's giveaway. So for today's giveaway, one of our list topics is, your go-to meals. So for today's giveaway, when we are done, so not right now during the chat, when we're done, come back and leave a comment on the video and tell me one of your go-to meals. If you happen to have a link to the recipe, maybe on Pinterest or something, that would be really fun so people can kind of see what those are. And next Saturday, I will draw one of those random comments. And the prize for this week is an assortment of products from the Reaching Out collection. Oh, good. Tracy is here. I love that. It's so fun when winners are here with us live. So, yes, assortment of projects from the Reaching Out collection, which lots of things have come back in stock this week, you guys. So many things that I put a new little link on my website called Back in Stock. So probably I would say the right now the most visited link is probably What's New. And that's a great place to go if you want to see what's new. But there's a brand new link called Back in Stock. So if you are looking for things that are back in stock, all of the Vicki Boutin products from Color Study are back in stock. So the icon die cuts, the journaling die cuts, the sticker books, the stickers, the 6x8 pad, the stamps, all the things. So those are back. The Reaching Out, all of the Reaching Out products are also back in stock. And then some of Garden Party is back in stock. So I always like to say, if you're waiting for something that's out of stock, it's a really good idea on my website to just click the little button that says email me when available, because you'll automatically receive an email when those are back in stock. That's all automatic. I don't have to do anything. If you've said, let me know, then it will shoot you an email and say, hey, guess what? Back in stock. So know that. But today's giveaway, yes, an assortment of products from Reaching Out collection. Wait, what did Tracy do? Okay, hold on. I need to see what Tracy did. Okay, hang on, guys. I've missed all kinds of things. Don't mind my little hair. My hair's growing, and I'm taking some vitamins for hair, and so I get all of these really teeny tiny little, little growth hairs, and just they're always sticking out. Okay, hold on. I need to see. So bear with me. I need to come back. What did Tracy say? What did Tracy say? Okay, Tracy, I need you to repost that again because I'll be looking for it for a while. But I did see a few other questions, so let me answer those really quick. When is the May-June Traveler's Notebook Kit coming out? You already won. Oh, Tracy, that is so nice of you. Wonderful. Okay, I will redraw. Okay, I need to make a note because there's lots of questions coming up about a couple things. Number one, the vitamins I'm taking for my hair. I will link those. I will link those. They're just something from Amazon. And then someone also asked about bracelet. Also Amazon. I will link that as well. I do a lot of Amazon shopping. Yes, Tracy won, but Tracy is regifting in a good way, right? Regifting in a good way. So I need to draw another winner. I'm just making my notes, so don't mind me. Draw another winner, and I will announce that one next Saturday. So next Saturday we'll have 2 winners, and thank you, Tracy. That is so nice of you. You guys, seriously, we have such an amazing community here. I just love you guys, and it's so neat to see things that that everyone is doing. I probably missed a few more, so let me double check, and then we will dig in, you guys. Oh, good. We have another Stampin' Stilettos. Your first time joining live. Welcome. Hi, Melanie. Germany. Let's see. I now I saw Tracy. So let's see. Michelle said yes, you guys. So 2 brand new mini book projects. If you are a scrapbooker, Joanne, that was the other one I was going to answer. So if you are a scrapbooker, paper crafter, there are 2 brand new ones. One is a travel mini book kit, project kit, and the other one is a best friends one. So you'll see those under what's new. Then Joanne asked, when is the May-June Traveler's Notebook Kit coming out? So the spring, kind of late spring, early summer. First time chatting. Jen, I love that you are chatting. I love that. So many people watch but don't chat. So I love that you're chatting. You're a, sounds like long time watcher, first time chatter. Okay. So, oh yes, May, June Traveler's Notebook Kit. That will be shipping April, I think I said 21st. The issue with, not the issue with that, is it's going to ship a little bit late just because one of the collections that I'm using in that is the brand new Simple Stories Sunkissed collection, and it like ships the day before. So it will all be ready. I just won't be able to show you what I do with the Sunkissed side of the collection for June, or of the kit for June, because I won't have it. I won't have what I need to even design it probably until the 20th. So start shipping on the 21st. We can get it turned around really quick, but stay tuned for that. I upped my quantities again this month, but you guys keep amazing me because every month, even when I keep upping quantities, they're still selling out. So right now they still look good. And I think it's because most people haven't, well, you can't see anything yet. So just kind of don't let that wait too long. All right. Did I get everything, friends? So chat goes so fast. All right. Jane, good morning. Jill. All right, you guys, I think we're ready. So I am going to flip the camera, and then I'm going to turn on the lights. I've already opened the windows because I will get really hot. I tell you, I was hot flashing so bad this morning while I was getting ready. So bad. Simple Vintage Coastal. Yes, Debbie. I sent out in my email last night things that are coming. So I will be doing a mini book with Simple Vintage Lemon Twist. I will, yes, Terry, thank you. When I flip, I will do that. In fact, let me just put that right here so I remember. Simple Vintage Lemon Twist, a new collection coming from Simple Stories next month. I will be doing a mini book project kit with that. We'll also have that in the, I think, July, August, so late summer or midsummer, whatever. The July, August Traveler's Notebook Kit. Then there's Sunkissed. So Sunkissed is another new collection coming out from Simple Stories. You guys, they are on fire these days. They've got so much good stuff coming. That will be the summer mini book project kit. And then you'll also see that in the June Traveler's Notebook project kit. Two others that are new coming out from Simple Stories. One is Simple Vintage, I think, Farmhouse or something like that. And the other one is Simple Vintage Coastal. I will have those products, but right now I'm not planning on doing kits with those. But I'll have products from all of those four collections. So like I always do, the 6x8 pads, the stickers, the washi, the die cuts, the things that I like to use and we like to use when we're doing our listing in Traveler's Notebooks. All right. Do I have a video on flip albums? I don't. So Terry, and interesting, somebody asked me earlier this week, so I know a great way to answer this. If you go to simplestories.com and click on their blog, you can then, once you're in the blog, sort by projects that have albums, and you can see all the flip albums in there. So that's a really good resource if you're looking for any inspiration on using their flip books. Okay, so we are now going to spin the camera. Disneyland, which is opening soon, right? I think Disneyland end of April, maybe. So pretend like we're at Disneyland. When we get on a ride at Disneyland, they tell us arms and legs inside the ride at all times. So right now, arms and legs inside the ride. We're going for a little spin. I need to flip the camera, and we are spinning like we're on the teacups. Now, I don't like the teacups. So, well, I won't even go on them. If teacups make you dizzy, close your eyes for a second while we spin, and then I'll turn on lights. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, now it just takes a second here to adjust things. So we're plugging the phone in. All right, and we are turning on the lights. Oh, the lemon kit, Jessie. It is so good. You know, and I was looking at it pretty closely yesterday, and I think it's just a good generic. It's almost, to me, it's a little bit like a Grateful. There were lots of, Sweet Life and things like that. So I think that's probably, hang on, issue with one of the lights here. Tighten that up. Okay, we're almost there, friends. Yeah, this guy wants to really, it's like drooping. Drooping light's never good, right? You did, Mara, you worked, Mary like fairy, right? Didn't you tell me that? You worked for Disney. All right, Mimi, we'll see you in a bit. All right, friends, so here we go. Last week, I needed to, well, not necessarily cut out early, but I needed to, we've usually been going about 3 hours and people come and go, and I needed to end it a little after 12. Those of you that have been with me for a while know that, very long story short, we just moved my dad on last Saturday into assisted living. And it is a wonderful place, and it is the best thing for him. But that's been kind of all consuming a lot of things lately, which is good, lots of packing and getting him moved in and settled. But that's what I had kind of in front of me last Saturday. So I did not finish last Saturday the third list that we were working on. So when I ended last Saturday, I said, you know what, we're going to start next Saturday, which is today. We're going to start next Saturday with our last list that we were working on. Yes, Terry, that's perfect. The best things can still be the hard things. Yeah, for sure. For sure. As we get older, there's all kinds of things that we are faced with, right? Gravity, right? Gravity and many of us, well, at least I am, going through menopause and dealing with all of those issues, but also kind of aging parents, and the aging parent thing can be tough. But you know what? We get through it. All right. So the last list that I was working on yesterday, last Saturday, it seems like yesterday, but last Saturday, was the things what I love about my neighborhood. I know Jay and Shell. Jay and Shell said Heidi Swap just moved her mom in too. Actually, we did chat a little bit. I reached out to her on Instagram, a direct message, and just said, hey, I know what you're going through, and I'm tough, and hang in there. And she said, same thing. I know what you're going through, tough, hang in there. Yeah, a lot of us are kind of at that age where, our parents are getting older, and it's just part of life, right? Okay, so the list that we did last week, that was the third one that we will finish up right now. But the first list that I did was about last month, and that was about last month, which was March. And I used the super fun, I just love the garden party collection there. And then we played with the My Mind's Eye Wild Asparagus, and this was so fun. But this list was favorite games. So we talked a lot about our favorite games. I did add one more thing to the bottom of this list. So we did all of this together, and then I added this. This is one of the Small Talk Snarky stickers. So you guys, I use my word strip stickers all the time, right? The two that I probably use most often are Small Talk and Small Talk Snarky. Well, Snarky sometimes just has the perfect things, right? This one says, I would challenge you to a battle of wits, but I see you are unarmed. And that actually is kind of good. It kind of is appropriate for favorite games. But there was one that I saw in here when I was looking at that one, or when I was looking at these. This one I thought was just hilarious. Cleaning with children in the house is like brushing your teeth while eating Oreos, which is so funny, right? Anyhow, that's what I added there, just to kind of, I felt like it just needed a little something, something, and that finished it off. Oh, Tracy, look at you and your mom. Your 81-year-old mom still has horses and rides. That's wonderful. Jessie got her wild asparagus. Gorgeous. Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry. On your birthday this year, it's 20 years. That's a big milestone, isn't it? That's a big one. And Tina, these are standard. So this is a standard sized, don't mind this, standard sized traveler's notebook that I use. And the inserts are standard wide. So a standard wide insert is 5 inches wide by 8.25 tall. So that's what I use. And I have links to all those things in the description of the video. Yeah, the snarky pad is just so fun to read, right? Oh, I know. I'm just going to take it out. I had that for photo. So sometimes you need to photograph things, but then I know you guys don't like it when I pull this one out because you can't get it anymore. So let's just hide that one, or just put that away. Just pretend like you didn't see that. 20 years for 9/11. I know, isn't that's just time, right? Okay, so this one. So the topic for this last list from last week, first one this week, is things I love about, and then I suggested you fill in the blank. So we've done that as a list prompt a few times, right? Things you love about whatever. So this week, or the list from last week, I decided I wanted to list things I love about my neighborhood. We have been in our new neighborhood. It's new construction, the entire neighborhood for about 3 years. So there are just some things I thought that would kind of be a fun list to do. So last week I built the base and then I built a little pocket. And this pocket was kind of a fun exercise to go through because when I first did it, it was too thin. I was having a hard time getting a list in there. So we went through a little exercise on how to create a gusseted pocket. So a pocket with a gusset. Sorry, I got to fix that because we're still a little crooked there. Better. Okay. Yeah. And the pocket's fun. The pocket's great whether you're working in a planner or a traveler's notebook. If you're a scrapbooker, you could make a pocket to put on your scrapbook layout, to put your journaling in. Mini books, I use pockets in mini books all the time because they're just a great place to store photos or journaling or memorabilia or what have you. I think I missed something. Hang on. Ruth. Yes, that's actually what I'm going to use. I'm going to use that pad that you're talking about on the next list that we do. So I'll get there in a sec. The pocket, Jessie, that is from, I believe, yep, that is from Garden Party. So that was from the Garden Party pad. And I think, I don't know, I'm having such a hard time keeping things straight anymore. But I think the Garden Party pads are back in stock. So that's what that pocket is. Yeah, actually the pocket and the paper. The pocket, oh yeah, I'm not gonna see that in there. The pocket and that stripe are both from Garden Party. And we chatted a little bit about how fun it was because those are from the Pink Fresh Some Days collection. So totally, two totally different collections, two totally different manufacturers, but these look like they were just meant to go together. Okay, so now what I need to do is make my list. And my list will tuck in the pocket. So I am going to use one of the white papers from the Color Vibe Woods pad. So these are double-sided. You have a wood pattern on one side, and then you have kind of an office pattern on the other side. And these are like my staple. You guys know that I use these all of the time. I think what I will do is, as I go through here, I think I'll use this guy. So not for the wood side, but I'm going to use this side for my list. So I think we will start out with, we need to trim it down, right? So maybe we go right about there. And then it needs to be a little bit thinner. Let's see how we go there. Grab the trimmer. Oh, okay, totally across the room, you guys. Sorry, I'm kind of trapped in here between the lights and my carts and all that. So let me go to the other side of the room. I'll have a quick sip of coffee while I'm over there. Well, over here. So I don't know. It'll be interesting, guys, to see if Nick pops in. Okay, Ariana. It sounds like both of those are sold out. The pad and the the Garden Party pad and the ephemera. I have them on order. I don't know if they will ever come back in. So stay tuned. You can always go to the website, to my website, and click notify me when available. And then if they do come back in, you'll just get an email. All right. Hi, Diana. Welcome, welcome. Oh, bye, Wilma. We missed Wilma. What happened with Wilma? I don't know what happened. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's better if I don't know what happened because there's an interesting little, Wanda left an interesting little emoji there. All right. Maybe Wilma wasn't happy here. Or maybe I just got confused by what I saw. All right. Anyhow, yes, it is. So, oh, Wilma's at work. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Mary. If you are new, just know this is a live stream, right? This is live stream, just live things happen, and we just work. So there's roughly an agenda, but not really. The agenda is really, these are the lists I'm going to work on, and then we're going to play. So there's my list. Let's just double check before we start working on it to make sure it will fit. All right, so here's the deal. It's a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, right? I think I wanted it to be about right here because there's a sticker I want to go up there. But guess what? That is no problem at all because what I can do is come back in here and I can do a little operating, right? I can do that. And that's going to be a great place for some washi. So let's see. These colors, I'm just going to go super basic here. I can basically hook that back together with that. And we'll never even really know that I did that. Might as well just make it wrap all the way around the back, just so it's nice and secure. Uh-oh, and that doesn't matter because that's the back. Just ripped a little bit of that. All right, so now how long do I need this to be? Do we dare? I'll just do this. Oh, I better make it a little bit longer just in case. See if that's gonna do it. No one will ever know. You'll just think that okay, a little bit too long, so we'll cut another row off. The reason it'd be a little bit hard for me to measure that is because I'm not going all the way down to the bottom because there's adhesive at the bottom of that pocket. All right, there we go. That is where I want it. So I will come in. Let's get these things off to the side. Kim, that was really funny. I know. Kim emailed me yesterday and said, gosh, I missed the garden party. I thought I had ordered it, the garden party pad. And I said, you did, because I looked up our orders. It was there, but don't you hate that though? You know you bought something and you can't find it. Sometimes it's groceries, right? Sometimes it's groceries and you're like, did the bagger forget to put my groceries in, the loaf of bread or whatever it is? And then eventually you find it. This sticker I had left off to the side last week because I thought this would kind of be fun and appropriate. Small things, great love. This was from one of the Pink Fresh collections. So I will put this right here. And it's kind of fun because it will stick out of the pocket. Yes, then there's the buying it and you don't know what you did with it, but then there's also the buying it and realizing you bought it twice, right? Which you must have really liked it, right? All right, so there we go. That's my little list in the pocket, and there's plenty of room to move because we made a gusseted pocket, so I could actually have this be a couple of different lists, stapled together or whatever if I wanted. All right, so, I know what I was going to do. I was going to, actually, let's see if I can pull that off. Oh, okay, it's going to stick. I just remembered, I have not titled my list anywhere, right? And so, how do I want to do that? We'll figure that out. All right, things I love about my neighborhood. So, I think I will do, let's see, these are the little dot stickers. So these are, there's tape on there, I'm gonna lose a few. These are, gosh, you get like, I don't know, 1,000, 1,200 or something like that, little dots. And there are 6 different color families on my website. 3 of them sold out right away when we did our little 52-week celebration, but they're back in stock now. So what I like about using these guys, let's see if we can try to match one to this. That little green one would work pretty well. What I like about these are like perfect little bullet points, right? They're like perfect little bullet points. Jennifer, a gusseted pocket. What I would recommend that you do is maybe hop on to last week's video. I'm going to say probably the last 15 minutes, so you can fast forward. But basically, we go through how to make the pocket. You add, you see those little white things in there? On each side, I added those, and that just gives you a lot more room to put things in. So super easy to do, but we did that. We make that in last week's video. So that would have been the April 3rd video. All right, what I love about my neighborhood. Probably one of the biggest things, is the view. That's just a view with, I must really like the view because I added an extra little guy there. That's just my white gel pen that is going to just take that, not take it away. It's just covering it up. So the view. We live at the base of the mountains. And when I say the base of the mountains, like we have very large windows, like floor to ceiling windows in our family room. And the mountains are like right there. So that is, that's part of the reason why we chose to live where we did. And then also, part of the reason we chose the lot that we did because of that view. Every once in a while, you'll see me post that like on Instagram and you see the view because it's pretty spectacular. But yeah, that's one of my most favorite things about our neighborhood. So the view. Next one is, let's see. These are going to be in no particular order. These are just the way that I wrote them down. Next one is walking group. So there's a walking group that walks every day, Monday through Friday. And it's not a leisurely walk. I am from Utah, Wanda. Yes. It is not a leisurely walk. I mean, it is, we usually go between 5 and 6 miles, and it is fast. We walk very fast, but it's nice because it's social. And it's been a great social outlet kind of during, where we're really not socializing a lot. But it's also, great exercise too. Walking group. Okay, we also have a group that plays bunco. Now, we haven't played bunco in a long time. That's a dice game. We haven't played bunco in a long time because of COVID. But when I think we're going to start that up again, maybe in the next couple of months. So that's fun. But again, social. It's like an excuse to get together and have some appetizers and some wine and be social. So there's also book club. That is another one that we haven't done in a while. Last fall, we were doing that outdoors. There's kind of an outdoor area where we could do that in our neighborhood, but haven't done that for a while. So that's probably going to start up again soon. The next one is the diversity. And the diversity from a lot of different perspectives. And I think a lot of this comes from the fact that it is a brand new neighborhood. So you have different people moving from within the state, but also different people moving in from out of state. So it's diverse. It's diverse racially. It's diverse culturally. It's diverse religiously, politically. It is very, very, very diverse, which I love. I've lived in Utah since I was in 4th grade. My husband, Nick, has lived here. He's born and raised here. He's lived other places, but born and raised here. And for a long time, there has not been a lot of diversity in our area. And it's hard when you are growing up in a city or state that doesn't have a lot of diversity if you are not part of kind of the general, well, really, it's just Utah religion. So if you're not part of the religion, it's just a little bit different, the main religion. To be careful here. There is a very prominent religion in Utah, the well, the slang term is the Mormons, but the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I think. But that's a very prominent religion, especially when Nick and I were growing up. So if you're not part of that religion, it's a little bit different. And if you are living in an area where you are not part of one of the main, I don't know, cultural elements. I don't even know what I'm saying. You guys get what I get. So I really, really enjoy the diversity where we are. Oh my gosh, the neighbors. Love, 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 love our neighbors. Love, 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 love our neighbors. I have many, 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 many friends that are neighbors that are now friends. And that is something new as well. So it's really, I guess, the people. The people. The next one is probably the things we have in common. And I think the things we have in common, primarily, a lot of us are kind of at Mary, the cute construction workers. It's funny. The really loud noises of all the construction that you guys have heard me, especially earlier in COVID, we'd be doing these on Saturday and it's like, oh my gosh, what was that noise? What was that noise? Tiny black heart in the center of each of those dots. Well, let's try it, Kim. Let's see what it looks like. Because I can make those, right? Debbie, you did. Debbie lived in Layton, Hill Air Force Base. Yep, that's not far. It's maybe half an hour from where I am. Yes, we're all there's a lot of empty nesters in our neighborhood. There's some young families, but really more empty nesters. So we've got a lot of things in common. And then I think the last one I had, if you couldn't tell by all of these things here, it is a very social neighborhood. Very, very, very social neighborhood. It's extremely social. Well, during non-COVID times. Although, maybe 2 weekends ago, we did like a walkabout in the neighborhood. So one of our neighbors put together a walkabout and we said, okay, everybody at 5 o'clock, just basically go outside. And so we just kind of walked all over the neighborhood and some people had cocktails and some people didn't. You just it was a nice way to still be social distanced, but see everyone at the same time, since we haven't been doing a lot of that. All right, so what Kim suggested, we're going to try this. Kim said, I wish you could put little hearts in all of those. So I'm going to try it, but what I'm going to do, because I don't want to mess this up on accident, we will try it on a sample here. Because this is a little bit, it's not sheer, it's a little bit transparent, I guess. So it's more like, it feels a little bit more like, oh gosh, the word is totally escaping me. Vellum. Feels a little bit more like vellum. So I don't know what will happen if I put pen on top of vellum, right? So it's always a good thing to test first. So we will test and see. So that worked. Now, our first test so far worked, but what happens if we smear it? Okay, so it did smear a little bit, right? It smeared a little bit. So what I can do is we'll take another one of those. Always test. If I remember, I will always test things because you don't want to mess anything up. So let's now do that again. There's a little heart, and let's let that sit for a minute and see what happens. Now, somebody said I could cut one of these little hearts from the washi. So let's try that too. And see what we get. And we need to make that a little bit smaller. I won't get too small, but then there's another thing that we could do. So we'll look at one more option here in a sec. This is where your little tweezers, if you have the little tweezers, come really in handy. Aha, look at that. Okay, so that's the winner. That is the winner, you guys. And actually, let me, I'll bring this up close so you can see. So whoever suggested this one to cut the hearts from the washi, genius. Let's see if that gets a little bit clearer. The reason that works so well is that the washi is a little bit transparent as well. So when I put that down, on top, when I put the little cutout heart on top of the dot, you can't even see it. So yes, love that. I love it when you guys make suggestions like that, because I never really would have even thought about doing, I wouldn't have thought about doing, I wouldn't have thought about doing hearts in there, but then I for sure wouldn't have thought about doing these little hearts. So these little hearts, the heart washi, there's a couple of different heart washis. There is one that's rose gold. These are obviously black. And then there's one that's multicolored, different hearts, but multicolored. So that is the winner. I love that. Now somebody suggested I could then go in and, put them on my top 3, but I think I'll just put them on all of them. Like that. You don't even see it. Love it. Okay. Now here's another thing that you could do. Let's come here and we'll just take one of these guys. I could put it on the dot because it's fun to do on the dot, but this is, again, something I never would have even thought about. You could use these as your bullets, right? So there we go. That could be, I could use that just right there as one of my bullets. If I was doing another list, you can't even see that. Lovely plans. That washi is on my website. So in the description of the video, there are lots of things, but there's a little section that says products I'm using in this video. On there, I have listed heart washi. So that will take you right to the 3 different heart washis that I have on my website. I think what I will do is I won't keep doing these. I mean, I will come back later and add these little guys, but I won't do these now because, again, that's like watching paint dry, right? We get the effect. We think it's really fun. So I'll finish that up later. And look at how much washi I have on that roll. I could be using little bullets like this forever. Another one that would be cute would be this set. This is another, I don't remember if this is 1, 3, or 5. Anyhow, there's 5 or 6 of those. But look at how cute on the pink too. And then there's one more thing I want to see, just to see if it works the same. I think it'll work the same, but we'll test it. We've never really cut our washi. Well, I haven't cut my washi apart like this. So that would, ignore the, oh yeah, I can't even really see the other part of it. So look, super cute. Hi, Carla, Arkansas, right? Okay, so this was another one of the heart washis. So what I wanted to see is what happens if I take one of these and try to do the same thing. I won't do it on the little dot because obviously that won't work, but this could be another great way for bullets. You guys know I'm always looking for bullet ideas, and those are our little bullets. So that's what I mean. All right, let's see. That's going to be pretty raw still, but we'll just kind of get a feel for what it looks like. Yep, that works pretty much the same way. So new idea for our bullets, right? Washi with hearts on it, which is fun. I was trying to see if anywhere near here. No, I thought I might have the, oh yeah, here it is. Look at, so that's the rose gold. So the rose gold hearts, just like the black, but rose gold. That could be super fun too. Love it. Okay. So for now, probably I think what I might do, because I have a little bit of extra room here, that's when I would pull in probably a word strip sticker, the bottom of my list. So maybe we'll look at the regular small talk instead of the snarky. So let's see. Do more than exist. See possibility everywhere. Cultivate, choose to see the good. There's a lot of good. Make it count. Find joy in the ordinary. Trust your crazy ideas. Let's do, I don't know, find joy in the ordinary, because some of those things are ordinary. There. So it just kind of filled that space for us. Okay. Wanda, I don't have enough patience to cut out those hearts. Yes, it does take patience. So I mentioned that there's, oopsie, one more thing that could do. This is my little case of my hearts. Hi, Jaredelle. Nice to have you here. So lots of heart stickers, but these little guys. So these little guys are Doodlebug, and these little heart stickers I have on my website as well, but they come in different colors, but they're all those little tiny ones. So that would be a lot easier because those are just little, just little heart stickers. So if I took, let's say if I took like the pink one, where did our little testing go? My little test sheet. Oh, here it is. That could go in the center of one of those guys as well. Like that. So different options, right? Cutting it. So we did a couple things. We cut little hearts out of washi, those two, and that one. We put a little heart sticker. And then we tried to use a marker. So this one wasn't dry, but let's see what happens with that one now. Aha. So now it's fine. We just needed to let it dry a little bit. So that was just, we used a Sharpie to draw the heart on that little sticker. Lots of different options. Then that way, if you've got your Sharpie, you can draw stars or asterisks or whatever. Okay, so let's put that guy away. Oh, linked in the description of the video, I have lots of links to different storage things that I use and what I use them for. So you'll find those in the description as well. Okay, let's see. Could I cut small letters out of washi using your Tim Holtz letter dies? So Karen, here's the thing. I don't use a lot of dies. I think that it may be a little bit difficult to do just because your washi is sticky. I don't know what would happen when the die tries to cut through if it's going to have a problem because it's sticky. But you know what? You could certainly try, right? You have really nothing lost because you're just using a little strip of washi to try it. But it could be really cool if it worked, right? Okay, so now let's get those guys put off to the side, just so they're not everywhere, getting in our way. Time to clean up. That just reminded me of I don't know. Do you guys know that song? My kid, must have been the kids in school or something. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everyone, do your share. Something like that. Oh, that just popped into my head probably from 20 years ago. And then I'm sure I tried to sing that to my kids all the time when they were little and I wanted them to help clean, right? Probably didn't work so well. Alrighty, so there's our list. Oh, our list is there. I still haven't titled it though, so that's a little bit of a problem. We need to title our list. Let's just look if there is something here that we could use. These are, we've been using Sundays. So the Sundays collection, and we'll continue to use this on a couple more of our lists today. We're going to bounce around a little bit. So Sunday's collection is from Pink Fresh, and it kind of has two different, it's kind of has a split theme. So this side is like super office-y, and I don't know, this speaks to me so much, the colors, and then, yeah, this just really speaks to me. So that's kind of one side of the collection, but this is the other side of the collection. Barney's song, is that what it is? Is that a Barney, Julie? I wonder. Barney. Okay, there we go. Yes, lots of you were seeing Barney. I just happened to see Julie's comment at the end. Barney. The crazy dinosaur, right? I don't know, whatever it takes to teach our kids things when they're little Teletubbies, I'm all for it. Okay, but this side kind of this really fruity, fruity lemons and really pretty flowers. That's the other side of this Sundays collection from Pink Fresh. So that's what I had used here. Kind of the more fruity side. But I need something to go in here for my title. So let's see, maybe, this is now ringing a bell from last Saturday, because I think there was a piece, I think this piece I had out, and I was maybe going to do something with this piece, maybe somewhere in here. I don't know, but then it's really like open up here, so, yeah. I don't know what I want to do here. I'm not sure. I think I'm not going to put a title on there. I think I will do down here, things I love about our neighborhood. There we go. So that works. It's kind of squished in there, but that's okay. I was not, and let me just kind of go over why I decided to do that instead. Here, I have, this is really tall and skinny, but then it's wide up here. So if I were to put this right here and the title, let's just say it went right there. The title for my list is here. Then there's all this kind of white space. So that just, to me, wouldn't work very well. And then I'd have to put more stuff here, and then it would be like I was trying to jam stuff on there, so not going to happen. But what may happen, I probably want to, somewhere I need to date this, right? I need to date that. So let me dig really quick. I saw, oh, here they are. Okay. These... Actually, I had left over from the Garden Party Traveler's Notebook kit I did and the class that I taught earlier this week. So I think maybe what I'll do, that could just go right in there. And I'll put the date on that. Or I could probably also put, I could put the title there if I wanted. Maybe that's what I'll do. So it'll have two titles. It'll be titled inside the list, and then it'll be titled outside too. Okay. I think Joanne, is that, I missed part of that. Is that your husband, family member? Oh, your son. Oh, Joanne. Oh my gosh. And in the line of work he is, those are the people that should never have to get it. If we could choose, well, it'd be hard if we could choose who didn't get it, but people that are actively trying to help people. I'm so sorry. So hopefully he is, yes, hopefully he does not get, well, if he's been exposed, maybe he doesn't get it. If he does get it, maybe because he's had the vaccine, maybe a less severe case. Okay, so what about a little, what about a little heart, right? Because you know what's interesting? Nobody really makes black hearts. I would like a lot of black hearts, right? You really don't see a lot of black hearts. So I will just do one of our little tricks here from the genius that suggested that. All right. Oh, I put them away. That's good. Hi, Debbie. There. And then that kind of ties in with what's in the pocket with our little things. So, things I love about, oh, I'm going to be short here. Our neighborhood. Okay, so let's see. I should have put about above. And this is what happens, you guys. This happens to all of us, right? Sometimes things just don't quite work out like we thought they were going to. So we're just going to put this one here instead. We'll do this. Things I love about. Now here's the deal. This does not necessarily have to be lost. I could probably, I don't know, maybe I do another list, things I love about our neighbors. Or I could put a word strip sticker over that area or something. So I may throw it away, I may not, we'll see. And then this guy, can just go right there. All right. I think for now, I think I will leave it that way for now. I may come back in and add I could add something like that just to try to help fill in a little bit of that white space up here, just to fill that. Oh, maybe we should just look now. Why not? Won't you be my neighbor? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Too big. Oh, goodness. What's going on out there? Well, that's funny. There are neighbors standing right outside my window. Chit-chatting. Don't they know what I'm doing? Don't they know that they're disturbing us? Yeah. Actually, I think this one maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I love that one. That one kind of reminds me of a dandelion. So I think this, oh, well, let's see, maybe this one. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I just am going to leave it that way. There could be, there's a few more little lemons that I could throw in there. No, I'm going to leave it. Sometimes we just have to leave it alone, right? Sometimes you just have to leave things well enough alone. So I'm leaving it. Ariana, these are the Some Days. So Some Days from Pink Fresh. These are linked in the description. There are 2 different packs. This is the Elements pack that has all of kind of the florals and the lemons. Then the this pack is just the ephemera pack that has more of the officey looking things. All right, so let's get these out of the way. We'll come back to these again for one of our next lists. So put these guys away. So I have stuff everywhere. Hang on. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Yeah, I know. Oh, hi, scrapbook.com. Is that, I'm going to guess, Cody? Are you here, Cody? Or, yeah, you tell me. But yes, so this is actually very funny. Scrapbook.com has just joined us, which welcome. We love it. Yep, Cody. Hi, Cody. We love it when you guys are here, or when you're here. I have known the folks at scrapbook.com for many, many, many years, and I have been to their 2 different locations, filming videos and things for them and for Simple Stories when I worked for Simple Stories. Before they moved, so in their original location, when we would be filming, it was right kind of in their entrance. And so when you'd be filming, there would be a big sign that said, filming, please be quiet. So kind of like the big red light. Now, Cody, in the newer building, because you guys have been there a couple years, you have to remind me, is there a light like over the door that says recording? They have the most awesome recording studio. And oh my gosh, the most awesome videographer, Donald. I love him. He's amazing. Anyhow, all right. He can do wonders. I'm like, Donald, I'm just blabbering away. You make all this work and look good. And he's like, you got it. Okay. So that's our first list. Well, that's the continuation of our list from last week. So now on to today's lists. We have 3 lists today. And the first one, I'm actually going to bounce around just a tad because what I have on my desk is what I want to use for our 3rd list. So, which is going to be our first list. The first list, 3rd list, whatever we're doing, is go-to meals. So I'm making a list of our go-to meals. And these are the meals that we will circle back to. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, what in the world should we make for dinner? These are some of our go-tos. So what I might do, oh, I'll come here. Our go-to meals. And so I am going to use products from the Reaching Out collection from Jen Hadfield. So these came in, you guys, early on, and then stuff sold out like right away. And it is all back in stock again as of yesterday. And it is just a really, it's just a really good, it has a loose like friendship theme to it, but it's just a really good all around kind of fun, work for a lot of different things collection. So I thought maybe what I would do, I like these little houses. And so I thought maybe I'll start with little houses as a base. And then do my list on top of that. Well, on top of white on top of that. So let's go ahead and do that. And I don't remember who it was, but someone asked about I'm going to stretch. Hang on. Don't mind me. List of the good stuff. Hang on. I'll go look back at that. Someone asked about the paper pad that we used just briefly, or I showed just briefly. I think it was our weeks ago. I mean, our 52-week celebration. Was this it? With the gold foil rainbows. I think that's what you were asking about. So that is the Reaching Out, and that is linked in the description of the video. But this will just give you a feel for that collection. This is the collection that I've used in that new mini book kit that I mentioned. That's a really pretty one too. That gold foil with the kindness. Anyhow, that's the Reaching Out 6x8 pad, which I pulled this from. So let's just trim this. My inserts again are standard wide. So standard wide is 5 inches wide. And I like to have some white border around. So let's start out with 4.5 and see what that does for us. There we go. That will be our base. I am going to come in and round the 2 outside corners. Oh, Michelle, thank you. My blouse, yeah. It actually, here's a little secret. I tell you guys all kinds of little secrets. Here's one little secret. Well, this is the second version of this blouse that I've owned because I loved it so much the first time that it had a problem after a while and I had to buy a new one. It gets parts of it are sheer, and for whatever reason, like the parts under the arm are sheer. And what happened with the first one is eventually it just kind of tore right there. So I bought another one online, and it took me a while to find it, but I found it. And it's happening again. So, secret, you guys would never tell anyone, but I could never wear this out because in the back, there's like just a little tear under the arm. But I can wear it on a video, huh? That's like when I tell you that I only do the front of my hair when I'm filmed, not the back, because why waste the time doing the back of my hair if no one's going to see it? Yeah. Those are the little tricks, COVID tricks, right? When you're not leaving the house. I do have pants on though, but I could not have pants on, I guess. I have slippers on. Okay, anyhow, I'm totally off track now. So let's get a, I think we'll just do white cardstock? Yeah, we'll just do white cardstock now. So white cardstock. The white cardstock that I use, actually, let's just do the whole list off and then attach it. The white cardstock, oh, guess what, guys? Well, that's kind of silly, Lael. Let's see what happens. Didn't really think about that, right? Because when I do that, you're not really going to be able to see that they're houses. Oh, there's Nick. Hi, honey. I remember what I was going to say much earlier on, and then I totally forgot. That Nick may not be joining. Nick is golfing, you guys. It's golf season again. So Nick we won't be seeing him quite as often as we have in the past, probably. Let's see what happens if we do this. If we maybe just totally cut this paper so that our white here, so that we can still see those fun little houses, right? All right, let's take a look at that. That is, for me, about 3 1/8, I want to say. That's going to be a really skinny list. Really skinny list. Now, that's appropriate. The timing for Nick is appropriate to hop on right now. He wouldn't know this is where we are. Yeah, sometimes it does mean he'll bring me lunch. Yes. Oh, yes, he is at the Masters in Augusta. Didn't you know that? Nick's a professional golfer. No. I have to clarify that because some of you don't know me or don't know Nick. My husband, no, he's not a professional golfer. Probably far from it. But he does enjoy golfing, which is awesome. And so, yeah, that'll work. He does enjoy golfing. And so that's what he's doing today. We're kind of in the time of year where he will be doing that a lot. Just a little bit too long. So let's just make this a little bit shorter. And see how we do now. There we go. That'll work. That'll be cute. So go-to meals. And it's, it's house. So go-to meals generally are things that we're cooking. So that works. But we also talk about too, if I wanted, I could use this guy on there. He's super cute. He's from the Reaching Out collection. Doesn't mean that we eat peacocks. Just, you can use whatever you want on your lists. They don't always have to, the products you're using don't have to tie in with what your list is about, I guess is what I'm saying, right? All right, there we go. So now I need a title. And I thought, so I pulled these out last week and then I did not use them. These are the these are the Florence. They're new to my website, but these are the Florence alphabet stickers from Boulevard. And they are just really fun. They're kind of fun and whimsical. They come in lots of different colors. I think these are linked in the description of the video as well. But I thought this orange could be kind of fun because there's some orange in the houses. There's actually a good amount of orange throughout the Reaching Out collection. So go to meals. Where? Meals. Okay. Let's get this out. Uh-oh, come on. Release. And I need my ruler. We are going to line our stickers up on the ruler so then I can center them. And then they will all be lined up. Look at that. Isn't that E so cute? It's just kind of a little bit whimsical and it doesn't have the little center. And there's a mixture of upper and lowercase, which is also fun. Kind of makes it also the look more whimsical. Now, if I wanted, I'll line them all up at the bottom, meals. If I wanted, I could have these staggering, but I think I'll keep them kind of all the same because then the E is cute because it's right down below. Best thing about these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I don't know, 12 or 13 S's, right? A lot of the sticker sheets that we use, you run out of the most commonly used letters. Like look at all the E's, look at all the S's, lots of R's and T's. We learned that from Wheel of Fortune, right? RSTLNE. Those were always the letters that they would start with, right? Because those were the most commonly used. Like when they were doing the little thing at the end where they could win all the prizes and they had to pick the 5 letters in a vowel, RSTLNE. Okay, so there we go. So let me back up. What I did there, I was doing it, but not talking about it. I used my ruler. Let me get those off. Oh, hang on. I was trying to pop those off to show you what I did. This is how I always line up my alphas if I'm doing titles because it makes sure along the bottom that I'm straight because I am lining those up all along the straight line. But then by doing this, I can move left to right and decide where I want. So I know if I want it centered, then I just move that around until I get it where I feel is pretty centered. And then stick it down. And then pop it out from underneath. There we go. Meals. Go-to meals. Now I'll just write go-to above it. Let's see. I need, though, to do my outlining. So this kind of list, this is like a dual purpose list in my book. It's dual purpose in that it's fun, right? It's fun. We're being creative. We're using different products. We're being social, whatever. So it's fun. But it is also has a purpose, right? It has a purpose because, you know, sometimes you're trying to figure out what to have for dinner. We always do meal planning a week in advance. Well, we do it on Sunday, then go to the grocery store, and then, you know, we know what we're making for the week. But if you ever are like, what should we have? What should we have? And, you know, you kind of get in a rut. Well, you can go back to your list and then remember some of those things. So, I need, I think, a little bit of washi going on at the bottom. This one just has the days of the week, just letters, but I don't want to use that one. What else? So these guys are from the collection. So maybe what we'll do is, let's see what this one looks like. Well, we know what it looks like. It's the diagonal stripe, right? That could be cute right there. Just a little bit. All right, so I don't like the way it goes off to the side. So we're going to get rid of that little side part. Good morning, Tiffany. Remember, if you just left me like a comment right before Tiffany and I didn't respond, it's because I didn't see it. It's just when I happen to look up, I see whatever's right there. Yeah, that's better. Didn't like that on the houses. Okay. All of these guys right here are the solids. That's a whole pack of rainbow. So different solids washi. That's also part of the Reaching Out collection. So if you're looking for like a good assortment of washi that has a good assortment of really good colors, then that would be, but I was just trying to see if I wanted to add something to that. I don't think so right now. Okay. Because what I could do, there's lots of little, so these are all die cuts, but the stickers, so stickers here. I don't know, this is kind of cute, that little plant. Maybe. I love these little plants, they're so cute. Or this little mushroom. I don't know. This little mushroom might be too small. Yeah, too small. So let's do this little plant. That's cute. Okay. Now to the list making. Whoopsie. Now to the list making. All right, go-to meals. So I need to do our go-to meals. And then we need a little bit of a spacer here, a separator, before the list starts. Okay, Gina, we are making, this list is go-to meals. So I'm making a list of all the go-to meals that we eat, or things that when we are trying to come up with an idea of what we want to eat, then these are kind of on right now. I guess these are meals that are on rotation. sometimes in our house, right? You ever get kind of in a rut like that where you have meals that you're always kind of cycling through? These are some of them. All right, what I'm looking for is, I think I will use, okay, so this is the Scattered Thoughts stamp set. There are quite a few bullet options in the Scattered Thoughts set that I added. So there's hearts, there's little flowers, squares, circles, stars, and asterisks, and then even a little, I almost called those candy corns, acorns. So I think what I will do is use this little one, the little flower, because then the little flower will just go there, and then the flower will kind of coordinate a little bit with the plant. These look familiar, friends. I have not unloaded these yet from the last couple weeks because things have been a little crazy. I think this was 2 weeks ago. This was last week. One of these days I'll get those unloaded. All right, so that's my little stamping block. We'll put that guy right there. We'll use black. Oh, where is the ink? Stuff is oh, here we go. Stuff is everywhere. All right, let's try this one. So I primarily use 2 different black inks depending on what I'm doing. And I have linked in the description of the video down almost at the very bottom. There's a couple of articles that I've linked to on scrapbook.com. One is the difference between dye-based inks and pigment-based inks. And it's one of those things that you probably don't really care about. It might be like, well, the difference between 5G cellular and regular cellular, you're like, I don't really care. I just want to know what works and when I want to use it. Kind of my rule of thumb, when I am stamping something really small like that, I will use a dye-based ink because what I call it, it's just not as juicy. It's not as juicy. So small, intricate, it's not giving me as much kind of ink coverage. And if I'm stamping with larger things like larger letters, so let's just see. Like when I did the good and bad list, this one, I used the pigment ink because it is just a lot juicier. So you get a lot more full coverage than I would if I used the dye-based ink. Pigment ink, juicy, takes longer to dry. Dye-based ink pretty much dries right away. So those are the things that I think about when I'm trying to decide which ink I want to use when I am about ready to do my list with a little stamp. So, my go-to meals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So we won't do any measuring here. We're just going to wing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. 6, 7. There's 7, not 8. Not 8. Yes, Nancy. Vicky is very good when it comes to like the Tim Holtz oxide inks versus the dye-based inks. So Vicky uses a lot of Tim products, and she is definitely knowledgeable about all of those things. She uses them for different things. I just pretty much use them for stamping. So Karen, using dyes on washi leaves me with 2 products, the positive individuals, negative washi outline. So did it work? Sounds like it worked, right? Sounds like it worked. Yeah, Debbie, don't tell me how the watch works. Just tell me what time it is. Yes. Okay. So there are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already know which one is not going to make the cut. Remember the giveaway for this week? The giveaway for this week, there's an assortment of the Reaching Out products. And the way that you will participate in that giveaway, if you'd like, is when the video is over, when class is over, the live, you go back and leave a comment on the video itself, not in the chat, and tell me one of your go-to meals. If you have links to it, maybe on Pinterest or something like that, for sure link it to us. But I will draw a random one of those for next week. So, again, in no particular order. Bolognese. Basically meat spaghetti sauce. Really, really, really good. We have a new recipe for that we'll be trying, but and that's probably more rotation kind of in winter, fall months because it's pretty heavy, right? Summertime, you're not necessarily so, a little bit heavier, but love a good bolognese. Another one is Cobb salad. That is a really easy one. So we do that usually probably once every other week, but Cobb salad, the key to that one for us, and I say us, you guys, I don't cook. I do not cook. That's another thing I share every once in a while. I don't cook. Nick does all the cooking in our house. He loves to cook. And so we sit down and make this grocery list together and figure out what we want to have for dinner. And then Nick actually does the shopping too. And then makes the food. So when I say we, but the best thing about the Cobb salad, if you like a good balsamic, like a creamy balsamic dressing, one of my friends taught me this. We buy a jar of Lighthouse. So, the jar in the refrigerated section where they have the dressing. It's Lighthouse blue cheese. And you need 2 jars to do this. Well, you need an empty jar and then the jar of the blue cheese. So you take about 1/3 of the blue cheese out and put it somewhere else, 1/3 to a half, and then put balsamic vinegar in the one that you took some out of, and then mix it up, shake it up really well. And oh my gosh, it is the best, like creamy balsamic dressing that you've ever had. That makes the Cobb salad. Kristen makes bolognese and freezes it in a jar. Yes, that's a great thing, especially if you're spending a lot of time. Like bolognese takes a long time to cook because you have to do whatever that, I can't remember the word for it is, when you do the celery and the carrots and the onions, and then it has to, whatever it does. But yeah, anyway. Okay, next one. Oh, fish tacos. We love fish tacos. So we just not grill, but in a pan, grill, I don't know, the fish. And then on little corn tortillas with avocado and cabbage and sour cream and so good. Fish tacos, yep, fish tacos. Tam can create, yes, me too. Love blue cheese, love balsamic. It is so good. I promise you, you'll love it. Okay, fish tacos. Next one is my friend Karen. So my friend Karen Patrowski, she and I have known each other for like 26 years. Her husband is married to one of Nick's really good friends. And I knew her husband back in college. So he and I have known each other even longer. But she loves to cook, and she rarely makes the same thing twice. Rarely. So she always has really good recipes, but one of the ones that she turned me on to is called Ravioli Lasagna. Oh my gosh. Ravioli Lasagna. You can tell we're coming out of like the winter season because a lot of these are really heavy. Ravioli Lasagna, but basically you make lasagna, but instead of doing the lasagna noodles, you do like frozen ravioli. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, Michelle said she uses the Trader Joe's orange chicken. And it says the orange sauce, she uses the buffalo sauce and makes tacos with that. That sounds really good. Another one, Mongolian beef. And that's tasty. Another one, Massaman curry. So that's Thai, which is so good. Massaman chicken curry. That is really tasty. And the massaman I just buy on Amazon. The last one, this is a new one that I'm really, really, really liking. It is chicken tamale casserole. All right, so what you don't see on this list, thank you, Kim. What you don't see on this list, you guys, is things like grilling, right? Grilled chicken or grilled steak or grilled shrimp or, you know, having omelets and toast for dinner or having, oh, charcuterie, that's one, but that's not necessarily a go-to meal, but I would eat that every night and day if I could. But so these are all the more like things that we fix. So we probably do maybe 2 or 3 of something like this a week, and then everything else is just fill in our leftovers. So there we go. There are our go-to meals, and I for sure want to date this because this obviously would be one of those lists that would change quite a bit throughout the course of my life, right? So kids are young. We're probably not making a lot of fish tacos when the kids are young. Or we'd be making fish tacos and they'd be eating chicken nuggets or chicken tenders or whatever. Dino nuggets. Dino nuggets, like the ones from Costco. So it'd be interesting to have this list and do this list maybe every 5 or 7 years. I don't know, however things might change, and then you would change what's on your list accordingly. Date. Actually, I think there's one thing I'm going to do here really quick, guys. Because I have a little bit of extra space here, I'm going to try to move. Ooh, cauliflower mac and cheese. That sounds good. I've never tried that. Salads and barbecues. I know, exactly, Nancy. And that's our go-to meals in the summer are quite a bit different. It's always something grilled. And so this could be, you could have a list that's your go-to meals in the summertime, go-to meals in the wintertime, go-to meals in the fall, whatever it is. Because they do change. A lot of summer salads. I love summer salads. Like in the summertime, I make one that is with arugula and fresh peaches, and then some shredded Parmesan, and then a peach balsamic vinegar. That is so good. It's just a really nice, really light. There we go. So I needed to kind of fill that in a little bit. Now that I see that, I need something that is just a little bit, oh, it's fine. Hang on, I'm gonna look for something. See what I have that'll work. So this now is too centered. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it off one more time. I will put it down probably back to closer to where it was before. It's the beauty of washi, right? We can usually just keep picking it up and replacing it. Let's try that there. And then I think I will do this here. So that's that days of the week. Okay. I don't know if this will work or not because we kind of have that'll work. All right. So I put the days of the week washi there. And let's just cut that off. Come on. All right, that works. That works. Outline. Yes, so I can. Let's put these guys back. Outline the outside too. Now this is just not quite centered. That's what will bug me, I think. So let's move it. Okay, outline. This one I just did kind of off the page. Basically, I did it outside of the notebook. Sometimes I will do that, especially as the insert starts to get fuller. Sometimes it's easier to do your list like this and then go ahead and adhere it. So, okay, somebody asked about a list that was back here too. Julie, I'm lucky. I assume you are referring to the fact that Nick does all the cooking. Yes, I am very fortunate, and I realize that. That has actually been, it's always been that way. We pretty much have both always worked, and it's different now because I own, my own business, but even when the kids were little, and he was in sales and had a really flexible job and flexible schedule, so sometimes he would get home much earlier than I would, and it just worked for him to have, dinner made, or, not made, but working on dinner by the time I got home. When the kids were little, sometimes they would eat before we would. But then he loves it. He really enjoys it, and I really don't enjoy it. So that kind of works out as well. But yes, extremely fortunate for sure. Okay, so that list is done, except I need to date it. And I think I will just do, so this is April. I just put it right there. So April and then 2021. I don't really care that I don't know that this was April 10th, but that works. Hi, Reggie. Yeah, right, you do. You figure out what works, whether you have a roommate or a spouse or a partner or kids or friends, whoever you live with. You just kind of figure out what works, right? When it comes to divvying up the duties or things that have to be done. Okay, so next list. We are now moving to our next list. And actually, these next two lists, I want to do side by side. So I am going to do them here. Somebody asked about a list. I know there's so many of these I haven't posted. Was this it? The good stuff? This one, I need to go back and I will this week start posting in the Facebook group and then also on social media, some of these. This was one of the ones that we did during our 52-week celebration. This one was Saturday morning cartoons. Some of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons when I was a little kid. We had a lot of fun with that one. We had a lot of fun. And this thing right here, this was the packaging of one of Vicky's, not the good stuff that I put on there, but all this base was the packaging of one of Vicky's Color Study products, which was so fun to use. I need to go back and start sharing some more of those. Okay, these two lists. The first list is calling it like currently or life currently. So this list we did initially back on September 5th, 2020. And I know because that's when I dated it. So that was 6 months ago. And I thought it might be kind of fun. This type of list is a good one to do every so often because things change, right? So the prompts that we used last time for this list were reading, watching, listening, eating, drinking, missing. You could do different ones. You could add one looking forward to. Maybe you don't read, so you could take read off. But these are just things, doing a list like this where you use the same prompts repeatedly kind of lends a pattern to showing how your life is changing or how times are changing, different things that you are doing or focusing on. So it'd be fun if we did this one again now that it's been 6 months since then. So this one is currently. I'm going to put aside all the reaching out for now, but really quick, what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach again, you guys. Sorry, I'm going to reach for the reaching out. And just real quick, I'm going to just toss these in here because if I spend 90 seconds doing that now, that will save me like 18 minutes later. I don't know how that works, but that's what I'm going with. And then all these little guys, we'll end up using reaching out, I think, quite a bit over the next couple of months, just because it's good, kind of general all-purpose. And sometimes you just want a good general all-purpose something. This one, I've got to use that for something because that could be me. That could be me dancing, even though I don't. Well, I like to think I can dance sometimes. Probably helps if I have a cocktail or two, because then I really think I can dance. Oh, actually, that's going to be one thing that you'll see on this list. All right, get all these guys put away. Sometimes
I will even take the washi, like these are the washis from that collection, and I'll pop them right into the same little thing. So somebody asked a little while ago, and I just remembered, about storing die cuts. When I have a brand new collection that I first start using, like this one, I will put everything related to that collection in one of these little plastic zipper pouches. These plastic zipper pouches I link to always in my videos because I always use them and you see me use them and pull them out. But that way it keeps everything for the collection all together in one spot. So I know, oh, I want to do a list with reaching out. Then I just grab this and then I know it is all together. As I start to work through this collection and eventually as things start to thin out, like this one was for the Bunnies in Bloom collection. And I've probably used about all I'm going to use of it all together. So I will now start to separate this out. So I have one of those little, I have one of these guys that I put like flower die cuts in. So I pull all the flower die cuts out. I have another one of these that would just be spring. So if there are things that are really specific to spring, like the little bunnies and things, then I would put those in the spring ones. So they go from, and this is how my workflow works. They go from brand new collection I'm starting to work with, I want it all together. And then when I'm kind of worked my way through it, then I separate it out into different categories, if that makes sense. So those are off to the side, and that's what I had done with these guys. So that's back to the Sundays collection again. That Sundays collection from Pink Fresh is just so good. So good. Oh, off to the side, this was, you can't see inside because there's still a lot of work happening, but this uses that Reaching Out collection. This is one of the new mini book kits using that Reaching Out collection. And this is about friendship, so it's kind of fun. All right, questions. Would it be possible to see the new albums? Oh, Kim, oh my gosh, that's funny. So there you go. That was the first one, but you can't see the inside yet because it's still very much in process. If you remind me at the end, though, I'll go, the other one's in another room, so I'll go grab it, and there's a little bit more that you can see. It's just still early in the design stage, so just know that that's kind of what happens. Things aren't done. Yes. Yeah. So you just saw the one I showed you, right? The best friends one. Okay, so the two lists. The first one is the kind of currently, what's happening currently in my life. So what I thought I would do, kind of how I did this one. On this one, I used little labels for all of those prompts. I thought that I could do something similar using these stickers, the Someday stickers. So I'm looking for the labels. And that's one nice thing about Pink Fresh. They always have a lot of kind of labels and things in their collections, in their stickers. We also have these. Those are all of the die cuts. What I just pulled out here, this is an easy way to see what you have without it getting spread everywhere, right? So if I just started pulling out labels, this is not part of that. I just tucked that in there. This tray is from the dollar store. So just nice to sometimes be able to contain all your things, right? That guilty pleasure, though, could work for something maybe on my list. Drink ticket, that could work. This is cute. Look at that. That would be super cute for our list. Loving it, that could work. Documented, that could work. Ooh, 2021, that'll be good to use for something, but I don't know what. Stay in and take out. Oh, that's cute, like a little takeout bag. That reminds me of Shake Shack. Right here, maybe. Whew, vino. That's usually on my drinking list. Weekly ticket. Okay, that will be used later. Today was a struggle. Work, work, work. Yes, please. Okay, so really quick, we just pulled out some things that maybe could work on this list. Made it through today. This one I'm for sure keeping out for the third list because that will be great. All right. That too, if you're drinking a lot of coffee, that would work too. Mimi, this is some days from Pink Fresh. It is linked in the description of the video. Sandy said, how in advance do you know what product you're using? How in advance do I know? So that's a good question, Sandy. It depends. Last week I used some of this, and then I also said I would be using it again this week. So in that case, a week in advance. Some cases, honestly, it's not until the day before. It just really depends on what else I have going on in my life. I would love to know 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ahead, but it kind of doesn't work out that way usually. Kind of doesn't work out. Okay, so currently, we have all of these too, these puppies. So we could probably use something there. All right. I think for currently, I am going to stamp that title. But this is what I need to do. If I'm going to stamp the title right here, maybe I won't do that. If I'm going to stamp the title, I don't want to stamp it directly on the paper here. The reason that I don't want to do that is because there's a lot that's already happening back here. And if I go to stamp right here, I'm probably going to have an issue when I stamp because of what's here. It's going to be a little bit harder. Now, sometimes I will use this guy. So this is a stamping block. I think I always have these linked. This comes in a set of, I want to say 7 or 8 blocks. They're thin, so that's kind of nice because they're portable. They also have the little grids on them. So if I'm using it as a stamping block, I can easily line up my stamps. Generally, this guy, though, I will use as a pencil board. So what I mean, it would actually go right here. In the Traveler's Notebook world, there's a little tool called a pencil board. And you can put it under, it's usually not thick like this, but you can put it under whatever you're working on so that you have like a fresh sheet that's not being, it is not being altered by what happens to be underneath it in terms of things being bumpy or whatever. So sometimes I will try to stamp on this here, and then do my stamping here. But sometimes it just makes it a little bit more complicated. So I'm not going to do that. I will take maybe this one. That's always my favorite. Yeah, Kim, yes, I remember when we just decided during class to use marigold, and then you had to have the ephemera. And then I was out of it, and then I ordered it, and then it sold out again. The blue label stickers totally, so Mary, that's what I was thinking. Ice, this color is called ice. That works really well together, doesn't it? So I could use that. We'll just do that, because then that way it will take less time than stamping. So if we do that, then we can just go ahead and put our title right here. Hold on. There was something, it must be in one of the die cuts. There's something now, I just had a flash that I want to bring in from reaching out. Hopefully, where are they? Okay, take a break. If you need to grab something to drink, grab it really quick, because I am going to go grab something. I'm going to go grab something. So I'll be right back. Bear with me for 1 sec.
coming. Okay, I'm back. So yesterday I brought these up and I have no idea where they went. So I just went and got another pack. These are the phrase die cuts. These are the Frave effect. Okay, now I've got to, so I ran up and down the stairs. That's not necessarily a good thing to do. This is how far in advance. Yes, I actually knew last night. I brought these up and I have no idea where they are. So these are the phrase ephemera for reaching out. So there's two different ephemera for reaching out. There's the icons and the phrase. But what I wanted was one of these words, the rainbow words, because I thought they're so cute. And the colors actually, the colors in reaching out work really well with the colors in Someday, right? Isn't that weird when that happens? I mean, look at this. All the way down to even that yellow color, the coral color. These are made by two different companies. This is Pink Fresh. The Some Days is Pink Fresh. And this is Reaching Out. That's American Crafts. They don't work together. It's just so weird sometimes when that happens. But that's why sometimes we'll use collections that will only use product from that collection, like Some Days. But other times, look at what you have because you'll see that you can mix very easily like that. So that's what we're going to do. This is going to be super colorful. And actually, I think what made me think about bringing this in is when you look at all of these things, it just needed a little bit of something to break up the color, right? There's something about that when we pull this in, it just kind of makes it a little bit more rainbowy, even though pretty much all those colors are already there. So I need a little bit of something down here. So maybe now, because these are sure, this one is sure cute. Reaching Out. That is the rainbow washi from Reaching Out. These were going to be they'll still be two individual lists, but I think I might design them all together as one. Oh, Suzanne, I'm so sorry. I think that's probably hard when you have two animals and one passes away because they don't necessarily understand what's happened, right? Okay, fix that one quick. The washi's a little bit harder to work with when it's super thick, right? Or not thick, tall, wide, I don't know. All right, so that'll go right there. And I'm going to cut it right here. Even though it's going to continue on the other page, I am going to cut it because it needs to be able to kind of expand and contract in the center there. So I cut it and then I will kind of just come back in. You'll never really notice that I did that. It'll just make it a lot easier. It won't buckle a lot there. Sorry. Oh, that's nice. Good thing I don't have any dandruffs right there. That's funny. You can totally see my head. Oh, Suzanne, I'm sorry. I know that's hard. I'm sure it's hard for you too. But your pets don't understand. At least you understand. Doesn't make it any easier, but you understand. It's hard when your pets just don't even have a clue. Oh, that'll be fun. All right. Okay. Outline. All of the new lines you have gotten lately have the coolest washi layout, which is great, which is horrible, which is great, but horrible. I know. I understand, Kim. There's so much good product out right now. There is so much good product. It's interesting because sometimes it ebbs and flows, right? Sometimes I'll look at new releases and I'm like, oh, okay. Not really, that doesn't really do it for me. And pretty much you see what the things that I carry are things that I like and I use. There are some
beautiful art. Like there's a company called Graphic 45 that's beautiful, but definitely not my style. So I don't bring it in because for me, I have to be able to like it and use it. If it's not my style, I would really have a difficult time using it. I don't think we can ever have enough. And here's the thing. My perspective on that is if you're using it, then it's fine. But if you're not using it and it's just kind of sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and gathering dust, then maybe it's time to stop. Or maybe not, right? Who am I to tell you to stop? Who am I to tell you to stop doing that? Okay, so left side, this is currently. Okay, I had to look at what our other list was for a second. Okay. See, and again, this is what's so fun. This is another collection, different manufacturer, right? So far we're mixing products from 3 different manufacturers, from Boulevard stickers, the Reaching Out washi, and then Hello will work somewhere. I'm not sure now. That may not work. Actually, I'm not going to use these on this side. I might use them on the other side, but I think I'm going to do the Hello here. And then right below here, I will write currently. Right below here, I will write currently because it kind of will tuck right in there nicely. Now what would be, no, I won't do that. Never mind. Just thinking out loud. Don't mind me. The want monster is real. It is, it's true, right? But you know what? Here's the thing. The want monster could be worse, right? It could be, I don't know, Nick Concar, golf clubs. It could be, I don't know, drugs or alcohol or, Wanda, are we not supposed to mix them? I'm not sure what that question refers to. So, let me know. All right, there we go. And then right here, I will write currently. Okay. All right, currently. So now I need my little labels or something. Reading, watching, listening, eating, drinking, missing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I at least have 6. So as we start to break these up, I don't know, these might be too big because these are much bigger than the ones I used before. See, this is what I need. I need lots of little ones like that. Oh, okay. Let me just look at something. Let me look. I'm just behind. I'm behind where I'm in the shelves behind me. So let's see, because I could just use, these are what I used before. These are the die cuts from Stamp Market. Not linked in the description of the video, but on my website. So that's what I used before for this one. Life. But see these little guys, I don't know, I just might do the same thing again. Because things will fit better that way. All right, so these are Stamp Market. When we're done in the video, I'll try to remember to go back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I might have 7. Sandy, that is hilarious. So what Sandy just said, I am leaving a note for my kids to find when they clean up my craft room that says, sorry, I spent your inheritance. And you're like, you know what? I worked hard and I enjoyed it, right? Worked hard. I told both of my parents, I said, you know what? My goal is that when you pass away, that there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. Because, enough to pay for your expenses, enough to pay for your expenses, but really you should enjoy, right? You've worked hard your whole life. You should enjoy what you have and not, save it. Well, you need to save it, but, not save it so there's a bunch left over at the end. Alrighty. Here we go. If you ever wondered like what my go-to style is, this would probably tell you right here. I mean, look at these things, very similar to these things, kind of similar to those colors. Also very similar to the Hello Today collection from Simple Stories that was earlier this year, which I just loved. Okay, let's go over here. So now if we did these, Wanda, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mix collections all the time. But some people don't. Some people kind of have a hard time with that and not necessarily knowing what goes together. So sometimes it's easier to just stick with the same collection. All right, I am going in Roy G. Biv order here. So the pinks, which gets you to red. There's no orange, so there's a yellow. There's a green. There's a dark blue. And there's a light blue. How many tabs? Okay, so here's the deal. Tabs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 8 on my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I probably won't do the last one because the last one I didn't do when we did this 6 months ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what did I add? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm doing 7. So here, let's go ahead and I'm going to write on these. So these are the prompts. So what I mean by the prompts is reading. This guy is watching. And you can decide what these are. Reading, watching. If you don't read, then don't put reading down. Reading, watching, listening. And I'm not getting bothered by all those little things say date. Eating. Drinking. Missing. Oh, I know. The last one I guess I added that we didn't have last time is doing. Doing. Alrighty. So now I will. Crafting is one of your topics. Oh, one of your prompts, like things that you are crafting, yes? Alrighty. Where is this? Now, I will come in, instead of just starting to glue them down, I will glue them down first. I will lay them out like this, just so I make sure. Reading, watching, listening, eating. Just so I make sure that they fit and I can kind of space them accordingly. We move this up here. So this one was September 5th, not quite a year ago. That's maybe why it seemed like longer. So Karen, come out with a collection of your own with handwriting. So you know what? I have zero interest in coming out with a collection of my own. I would not be good at that. I like using things that other people make. I think I would have a very hard time coming up with a collection of my own. I think I would struggle with it, I think. I'd be on the struggle bus. I'd be right in the struggle bus.
I'd be reaching out to you guys. So what do you think we should have? The other thing is I do not have the skill to design a product. Like I don't have the art skill. Now I could always hire somebody to do that, but sometimes things get lost in the translation. Like if you know in your head, like exactly what you want, but then someone else is trying to design it, sometimes that process is a little bit hard. Then the last thing, I would need to find someone to produce it for me, like a company to produce it. I mean, like a manufacturer, like Simple Stories or American Crafts or whatever, because doing that on your own is extremely cost prohibitive because generally when you're working with, at least if you're working with factories in China, you have what's called an MOQ or a minimum order quantity. So you might need to order like 3,000 of something. And I think it would take us, a lot of us would have to use a lot of them to get to 3,000. So I just like using what other people make. All right, there we go. But then the handwriting, yeah, the handwriting. I don't know how that would work. Please work on a stamp set with your handwriting. So struggle bus. Hey, there we go. We need a struggle bus. We totally do. So handwriting, what would that look like? What would a handwriting stamp look like? I'm just like alphabet, or what would it look like? All right, so here we go. Totally turned out different than I thought we'd start, right? So reading. This one is the fine print. And these are contracts. How do I word this? For Dad's new apartment. That's his apartment at the assisted living facility. So reading lots and lots of details about all of that. Not only the like lease, but it's also the care level. It's a lot. Yes. So I've been doing a lot of reading of that lately. Watching Utah Jazz basketball. Utah Jazz, that is our professional NBA team here in Utah, and they are still number one in the NBA. They are killing it. So that's been really fun. Utah Jazz basketball. Okay, next up, listening. Frank Sinatra with Dad. So last Saturday, moved him in and was there. Well, I basically left our listing session, went over, moved a lot of stuff in, and then started, getting everything kind of decorated and all of that. I stayed over that night because they recommend that a family member stays overnight just because it's, a change. And so he and I stayed up to really late till like 12:30 that night. Just we were hanging things on the walls, and we were listening to Frank Sinatra on Alexa. So we had said, Alexa, play Frank Sinatra. Well, my dad used to play saxophone in high school and college. And so he played a lot of that music. So that was really fun. So listening to Frank Sinatra. Eating peanut butter Cliff Bars. Protein bar. That's breakfast. 2 cups of coffee and peanut butter Cliff Bars. That is probably one of the only constants in my life right now. Drinking. Crystal Light Lemonade. I have a hard time drinking water. Don't know why, but I have a hard time drinking water. So if I put a little bit of Crystal Light lemonade in it, not a lot, just a little bit, then then I pretty much drink that all day. Missing. Free time. That is hard to come by these days. So I'm missing free time and trying to work on some things to get to a point where free time will be back. Doing. Somebody mentioned this earlier. Doing. Dance lessons. Nick and I are taking dance lessons. We did our first one last Tuesday. So here in Utah, where we live, so Nick and I have both had our vaccinations and are past the 2-week period. So we are, fully vaccinated. I think today is the day in Utah the mask mandates are being lifted, and I have very mixed feelings about that, extremely mixed feelings, but I won't go into that because this is not the time or place for that. However, we're doing 4-week dance lessons, so every Tuesday. And when we were there last Tuesday, there were 6 couples. Everyone there had been vaccinated, so that is good. And because there were only 6 couples, we were distanced, but we're learning how to dance. And they called it ballroom dancing, but it's not really ballroom dancing. I need to tell them that they need to come up with a better word for that. But it is really partner dancing. So they go through all the basics, and the guy teaching is hilarious. And he shows you of how different, you're basically doing the same steps, but just different music. So you could be ballroom dancing, but if you change the music to country, then all of a sudden you're country dancing. Or if you change the music to Michael Jackson, then you're, I don't know, whatever dancing that is. But you're doing the exact same steps with your partner. So we've really, really, really enjoyed that. And that was like really the first, oh my gosh, going out and doing anything in a really long time. So that was kind of fun. Okay, so now I need to date it. And I think I will put the date maybe right up there. That kind of looks like a good spot up there because I have the title, and then this is kind of right justified a little bit. So if I did the date over here to be left justified, it might kind of even that out. So in this case, I will put that little guy underneath there, and I'm just going to use one of my little roller date stamps. Let's see. Where is, this is interesting. So this that we are, that I'm working on right now, this is not like my regular desk where I like design and work. It is, but this white thing is a tabletop that I just take off. So when I film, this is on. So last Saturday filmed, this was on. Wednesday night, taught a class, this was on. No. Tuesday started designing, this was off. Wednesday night, taught a class, this was on. Thursday, it came off again, designing Thursday, designing Friday, and then on again on Saturday. The whole reason for saying that is I don't know where my roller date stamp is, because as I move things and take them on and take them off, then sometimes I don't put things away where they belong, right? So roller date stamp, the one that I always use is not, I don't know where it is. I don't know. So I will use this little guy. It's just this little guy. We're going to have to test it because it might be a little small. April 10. This is probably one of the biggest constants that I use in my listing is a date stamp, a roller date stamp, because I think it's important to date the things that we're working on. Oh, that one won't work. I'm just looking for a little piece of scratch paper. There we go. Okay. We just moved back up to extreme danger for COVID. Suzanne, where are you? Central Oregon. I think that's what that means. Orgy, Oregon. You did. Oh gosh. See, now that scares me. Well, it scares me for a number of reasons, but really, what that really scares me about, concerns me, is that Jack, our son, our older son, is in, there we go, is in Washington State, and the restaurant where he works just barely opened up again. And sometimes what happens is when things happen in Oregon, they also happen in Washington. So I hope that that doesn't happen again in Washington for his sake. Okay, so let's just look. If that, sometimes if you're not sure if something's going to work, the sizing on this, because if I decide this doesn't work, then I'll just wait and I will stamp it later with the right stamp. But I can just stamp on a piece of scratch paper and then put that up there and see if it'll work. See, and I don't really love that there. So maybe we'll just put it down here. Now putting it down, not, but stamping down there. So if I put that down there, that's going to be hard. So let's see what happens if I put something that's thin like that. That may be easier. Let's just see if we can get that to work. Okay, let's see. Oh, golly, this probably isn't going to work. Oh, I know it's not. Oh, it did. Okay. All right, there we go. There's the date. Okay. All right, so our last list, we are going to do some work on today, but we're going to finish it up next week. The reason for that is this list, I'm going to call it Today I. What I thought would be fun. So there is a designer out there by the name of Ali Edwards, and she has been around for ages and ages and does some really cool things. One of the things that she does every year is something called A Day in the Life, and a lot of people document that. They do it with photos, and they do it with journaling, and they talk about just a snapshot that day, and that she does it every year. So you get a day in the life every year. So I thought, oh, that's UPS. I thought, so that would be kind of fun if we did, I'm going to call it Today I. So Today I will get this ready. I'll make the title that says Today I. And then one of the days this week, I want you to just sit down and make a list on a scratch piece of paper of what you did that day. So it could be what time you could do it time-wise. So you could say, okay, 6:28, woke up, 9:52, had breakfast, 10:18, went on a walk, whatever it is. So you could do that time-based if you wanted, or you could just make a list of the things that you did. So that is what I will be doing. And I don't know what day I'm going to do it yet for next week. That's why I thought we'd kind of make this a two-part list, where today I'm going to get my list ready. And then next week I will fill in that list. This I thought could be fun. Yes, made it through today, because that is, if we're doing a Today I, that would work really well, right? So maybe we could use that there. Now I got sidetracked by this vino bottle. Yes, no, doesn't work there. So this made it through today. That could work there. This one, today is a good day. There's really fun things in here. Wake up, be awesome. That could be on your list. Oh, what a day. Current status. Documented, new routine, status update. So they're just kind of some cool things that I thought would be fun. And that's kind of what started me on the idea for the list, is using this collection. So maybe, what if we did this little sticker that says Everyday Adventure? Okay, before I put that down, we need to figure out the title. So
I think what I want, since this is so colorful over here, I think I want to stamp in black there. Maybe. Oh, you guys, I've been buying so many Carrie stamps that I have so many that I need to start using. I think those are going to be too blocky. So many. Okay, maybe I'm going to use these little guys. Anne, so Anne just left a great comment, and I'm going to read it, and then we'll talk about that. Anne said, your lists are so creative and fun. I sometimes think how interesting it would be if those we love who have passed on would have lists for us to read. We would learn so much about them. Bingo. I talk about that every once in a while, how for me, there's a couple things that I get out of making lists like this. Number one, it's fun. I think it's fun. It's creative. I like to create. Sometimes, mostly, ever, never, I don't have the time to sit down and create a mini book for myself. Or, oh gosh, FedEx is here now. I don't have the time to sit down and create a scrapbook page for myself or a mini book for myself. So this is the way that I can still be creative because I like to be creative. So just playing with stickers and, washi, maybe if I wasn't talking us through this, it might take me 15 minutes to do that list. And I get the adrenaline and I get that like dopamine that I love from creating. So being able to do something small like this is really beneficial for me when it comes to creating and getting my fix. But it's also so, we're documenting, we're memory keeping here, right? These are little time capsules. And that's why a lot of the lists that I like to do are things like this list where we're documenting these things. This would change. If I wrote this list when my kids were little, reading would probably be like Eric Carlisle, or the one that wrote If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, or maybe Shel Silverstein, or what I was reading back then would be so different than what I was reading in college, because in college they'd probably be textbooks, marketing 101 or whatever. So all different things like this really are a little time capsule. To me, all of these lists are a time capsule. My favorite games, things I love about our neighborhood. This one is definitely a time capsule. I remember where I was when. So that's why what we do here, or what I do here, and then you guys, either love it or just like to hang out or whatever it is. It's not only for us. And how cool, like Anne said, would it be if we had these lists for our parents or our grandparents or our best friends, our relatives, whatever it is, it would be really cool. Or could you imagine if you could go back in history and see a list that George Washington made, or I don't know, whatever. George Washington, those of you that are international, was the first president, right? First president? Many, many years ago. So it would just be really neat if there are different people throughout your lives and different people throughout pop culture or whatever. We're doing this because we'd learn so much about them. Yes. And I know, Karen, yes, you're just geocaching. I've always wanted to do that, but never did it. Really, if we were going to do it, it would have been when the kids were little, but that didn't happen. But really, I could still do it. Okay, what was I going to use? I totally sidetracked there. Squirreled. Where? Okay, friends. What did I do with... Oh, these might need to come back in too. What did I do with the stamps? Seriously. This is when I lose my mind. Okay, friends, do we see them here? It's funny. If I look at the screen, sometimes I can see things that I can't see otherwise, but I don't see them there. These are other stats. See, you guys, this is how bad it is. Just if you ever feel like I don't know what you guys go through, this is what I go through. Look at, all new from Carrie Bradford. Yeah, I'm a shopper like you guys. No, they're not on the tray because it was the other ones, right? There's too many. Did they fall on the floor? No. Well, I guess I won't be using those then. To your left? No, I know they're not here. It was Max. So it was Max. I took them out of here. Right? And then I did something. And I don't know what I did. Right? My gosh, Lael. Oh, goodness me. Oh, Sarah, I know. So here's the thing. I have the pad. So Sarah said she's waiting for Willow to come back. Willow pads I have in order. I have to keep looking for the stickers. I might be able to find the stickers again. It's a bit of an older collection. Under the book. Under the book. Ha ha ha. Ding, 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 Kathleen. Thank you. Did you know that they were there? Or did you just guess? Either way, it doesn't matter. So today that's what I was going to do for my title. So now, okay, this is dangerous because where do these go? These go, all right, I am going to stick these. Oh, okay, I'll stick them back here. Sorry, those need to get put away. I just don't know where they are. Okay, here we are. Yes, I will see. If I can get the stickers again. I think the die cuts, I don't know. I'll see what I can do. I'm trying. Okay, so today ooh, these are small. Okay. These are, after all of that, these are Max SM. That means they're Max small, which means there are other size Max. And the other size Max, oh, you guys, just bear with me for a second. If you saw all the stamps, the stacks of stamps that I have everywhere, where did I put those? Oh, darn it. Darn it. Okay, hang on. If I can't find them, then I'll just use something else. Right? I will use something else. That's when you get mad at yourself and say, why don't you put things back where they belong? Oh, I found them, but that's not where they belong. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's funny. Sarah, we're talking about two Willows. That's hilarious. Yes, Willow the collection, and then Willow the new Carrie Bradford stamps. Yes, love these. I know. They're good. I keep telling you guys, and you know, I buy her stamps just like you guys do. I don't work for her or anything. But work for her. Of course not. What I've told you guys though is when her new stamps come out, they always come out the first day of the month. You can't wait. You know, if you have the money and can buy them then, you should buy them then because they have been going so fast lately. So fast. All right. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to carriebradford.com. KERRIBRADFORD. Carrie Bradford. She does amazing stamps. And one of the nicest people you will ever meet. She and I have known each other forever. Okay, so that's not going to work. I need a bigger one. Bigger. It's funny. So, Kathleen, you rewound. Oh my gosh, Kathleen, you're awesome. I love that. And that's so nice of you. I can't find them, and then you rewind to see what I did with them. That's so cool. I need you in my life all the time. Hey, what did I do with that? Where did I leave my purse? What did I do with that? Where are my glasses? Oh, my new glasses. They should be here hopefully any day. Like real adult glasses, not readers that I wear 24/7 now, which is not good for you.
Okay. Oh, crooked. Before I did all of this, I should probably make sure that this is going to fit. All right, so if we have today here, and I'm not gonna be able to stamp this way either, because I'm a ding-a-ling. Because do you know what I just did? I just put all those on the wrong side. Lordy. But let's just see, because the today oh, it'll work. Sorry, you guys. Hi. We'll get there. We will get there. So whoever's talking about Willow, because I'm now looking down again, Willow the stamps from Carrie Bradford. She sometimes does reorders, so just watch. Sign up for her emails, because she'll usually send out an email when she's got them back in, but she doesn't always reorder. It just depends on what it is and what else that she's coming out. So, all right, let's get this situated again. There, that's better. That's better. Now I'm going to have a problem, I can already tell, because I really want that to work. But my problem is, all right, I just need to see. My problem was, I should explain what's happening. I couldn't get far enough over to the edge where I had placed that. So we'll place the stamps one more time. You can tell I didn't get these all the way clean from the last time I used them. I think I used these last on the good habits, bad habits. And the bad is still dirty. That would probably be one of the bad habits, is not cleaning off the stamps after I use them. Okay, third time's a charm. All right, so now, there we go. But my eye, so let's get the little eye in there. It's gonna be a little bit tight, but that's okay. But what I'm thinking as we're going through this is whether or not I want to stamp this in a color, which I know, shocker, right? Shocker, if I want to try to stamp in a color. We'll see. Today, this is going to have to get a little bit closer. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to wait on the eye, because then I can decide exactly where I want it. So today, I don't know. I think it needs to be black. I think it needs to be black. All right, so now back to my ink. I will be using the pigment ink for this one, because oh lordy, oh here it is. Because more coverage, and I like it to be really solid when I'm stamping my alphas. Okay. Now, always test. Always test. Because, well, two things. Hang on. Let me grab my testers. I always test stamp, because, number one, that's the best way to make sure that you spelled it right. Right? 12:30. Oh my gosh, you guys. I always get it at 12:35. I always miss, seriously, like every day. Every time we're doing this, you guys say 12:34, and I look up and it's 12:35. Okay, so I made sure I spelled it right. Everything looks kind of straight. It's a little bit hard to tell. The other thing, though, when you have a brand new stamp, so some of these letters I had used before, some of them I hadn't used before, you want to prime the stamp. And that is just, I'm trying not to get that guy. You want to prime the stamp. Oh, okay. And then you immediately want to put the lid on the stamp.
block or the ink, because you don't want to get your hand in it. Now, really quick, I need to do a quick wipe on my fingers just to make sure I don't have any ink. And then I want to just really quick get rid of that and make sure that those little guys are okay. Just because this is bigger. Okay, put it on my list. What? Okay, here we go. Oh, the angel time. Right, on my Today Eye, right? Okay, so now let's go. We want to be on this line right here. I need to get over as close as I can over here. Okay, so now I'm going to come in, and I won't do this whole thing, but I am going to come in with my little black Sharpie, and I will fill all that out. So I will fill that out. Well, I just like it to be solid, more solid. So I'll come back in and color all of that in before next week when we finish the list. Okay, so today, and then I need eye. So this will get set off to the side. I'm not going to clean that now. And I will get the little guy. Where's the little guy? Well, I can, wipes. Karen, those are, they are, I think at one time I found them at a dollar store. They're cucumber makeup remover, but I don't use them for that. I have those everywhere, like in my car. I have some in my car because, you know, sometimes when you go some places and it's just you come out and your hands feel really disgusting. I give them to the boys. I'm like, here, put these in your car so you can clean your hands. But then I use them in here too. All right. I'm not going to test stamp that first. I should be okay with eye. But I need to get this probably super close here. Super close to the edge. Sorry about my head continuing to be in the, because my head's continuing to be in the frame sometimes. Okay, Today Eye. Alrighty, so there's my title for my list next week. Let's just see if there are a few other things. So made it through today. That could go here still. And I might do that. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, today, make it a great one. That would work for that. Start here. That could work for that. So I think what I will do, I think that for now, that's a cool date stamp, 2021. That's awesome. That could go right there. All right. So I think what I will do, I think I'll put this guy down, and then that will be the end of my list for now. Because then this week, and I don't know what day yet, I just need to pick a day, I will make a list on a separate piece of paper of everything that I did that day. I may do it with times. We'll see. I'm not sure. And this little guy will go right there. And I will come in and cut this extra off because I don't like things to stick out. No sticker outers. Sandy, no. There's really no difference with the makeup wipes, baby wipes. It's yeah, no difference. That's just happened to be what I had a bunch of. So they just live in my craft room here. All right. Okay, guys. So next week, this will be the first list that we do. If you decide that you want to do this list this week, pick a day, or maybe you decide to do it every day and then pick which one that you like the best. Make a list of the things that you did throughout the day. You may decide that you want to also capture the times here. So if you want to capture what time you wake up and you'd say, 6:32 a.m., whatever it is, my perspective is it's better to collect more information than less because you never know what you might want to use. So I will probably do it for a couple of different days, and then I will write down times, jot down times that things were happening. And then I'll decide next week when I go to do my list if I want to use the times or not. Let's see. Yes, Karen. So Karen said she looked at makeup wipes at a local dollar store this morning and considered whether they will work. They work for sure. Really? You are just having something that is, a regular paper towel would work if it was damp. It's just that it's a lot harder to have something like that sometimes when you're crafting. And so, because these are so portable and you can throw them in a bin or a drawer or, whatever it is. It doesn't matter if they're baby wipes. They don't have to be Huggies or Pampers. It's really just anything that is damp like that is a cloth that you can rub to get something off. Okay, friends. Oh my gosh, look at us. It's 12. Did we do all the lists? We did. Oh, wait. No, we did. Holy cow. I thought it might take us a little bit longer today, but not really. It didn't because we did that one from last week. We did this one. We did this one, and then we'll finish that one up. All right. So I am going to turn off the lights. Technology cleaning wipes, right? Really, it doesn't matter as long as it's a wipe. It's the handiness factor, I think. The handiness factor. Okay, guys. Oh yeah, don't forget the albums. Okay, Nancy. Let me do this real quick. Let me unplug. So if anyone, actually, let me do this. Let me unplug and flip us around. Sorry, I didn't give you much notice there that I was going to flip. And let's just talk about, okay. Let's talk about, next week. So next week we'll be back again. That will be the 17th. We will finish the Today I list, and then we will do 3 more lists next week as well. So stay tuned. If you are not receiving the emails, go to my website, lailbymail.com, and click to sign up for the emails, because in that way you receive email the day before of what the list topics are. Then I also talk about new product and things like that. So that's the easiest way to be in the know. You can also click the little bell here on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, because then anytime that I do a video, you get notified. Please, if you enjoyed today, thumbs up for the video. That's super important, the way that all the algorithms with the social medias work. So that would be awesome. The giveaway. So if you'd like to participate in the giveaway for this week, once we're done, once the video is over, go leave a comment on the video. So not in the chat, but leave a comment on the video telling me one of your go-to meals. And then I will pick a random winner next Saturday for the Reaching Out prize pack. So an assortment of goodies from the Reaching Out collection. Okay. I am now going to, I had to think about that for a second. I'm going to run in the other room and grab the new Getaway mini book album, because a couple of you wanted to see that. So if you're not sticking around, thanks for joining. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Our friends in Ontario, and if there are other parts of the world that may still be in lockdown, I think different parts of Europe as well. Hang in there. Please hang in there. We're with you in spirit, and, at some point this will be a memory. I won't say a distant memory, because I think it'll always be a pretty strong memory for a lot of us, but hang in there. Okay, I'm going to run in the other room and grab that book, and then I will show you what it's looking like. Okie dokes. So
This one, whoopsie. This one is that backwards for you guys? Tell me if that's backwards. Hi, Susan. Well, if it's backwards, you can still see. Oh, Mimi, I don't know. Who knows? It's funny because it's backwards for me. Anyhow, this is one of the 2 new mini book project kits. This one is Getaway. So it is travel themed. We will be traveling again, right? We will be traveling again. So it uses the new Simple Stories Safe Travels collection. So I have a couple of those products on my website. But this project kit is also on the website. So that's the cover. Now it is still in the process of being designed. Can you purchase class without kit? Tam can create. Send me an email. Go to my website and click on contact us. And then we can talk about it from there. Okay, so still in process of design. So there's kind of holes. But there's a little inside cover with that cute little moped. There is a little packing list. And then as we start to move in, there'll be a flip through of this too once it's all done. But little interactive element. This little guy right here comes out. Those are 3 tags that are connected together. So you untie them and then they kind of accordion out. This is how you can tell that it's still in process of design because all that's blank. This one is fun. So these little flips. So journaling or, stories on one side and photos on the back side. Somebody just said, what? I saw something. Oh, it was a bucket list travel book. Oh, that's a great idea. So this would be great as a bucket list for places that you want to go. Such a cute collection. The little icons and this one is hang on, this guy folds out like this. More will happen in there, still in the process of designing. But this little pocket right here. So this pocket, there's an example of what I do with pockets like that. When you are traveling and you have your your boarding passes and things, those are things that I think are really fun to include in a travel book because even now, when I was traveling a lot before, I never had a boarding pass. It was all on my phone. So memorabilia like this, one day, is kind of a one day, I'm going to just see if this had a year on it because this is old. I pulled it out of one of my, it doesn't, interesting. There's no year on your boarding pass. Oh, I pulled this out of one of my one of my mini books that I'd done before. This, January 13th, 7th of June, 2013, really old, but that's memorabilia. So pockets like that are really fun for storing things like that. Let's see. Oh, okay. Kind of basic, that one, but this is my favorite one. See this little piece? Look what it does. It folds out. It's like a map, right? It folds out like a map. So that'll be really fun, I think, to play with for journaling or stories or whatever. And then that's as far as I am. So the rest of this is nothing yet. So more design that's coming. Karen, I missed something. I'm not sure what I missed. Okay, so that is one. This one and I try as much as I can when there are new kits like that to put them all like shipping around the same time so that you could have them all shipped together if you're buying more than one. So Getaway is shipping not next week, but the week after that. So like April 22nd. The May, June Traveler's Notebook Kit is also shipping that week. So you could ship those together. And then this is the one I showed earlier. Let's see. So let's see. Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Yes, we're just ending. So Karen said, how long does it take to create? How long does it take for me to create them? Or long does it take for someone to make them once they have all the product and the instructions in the video class? I think you probably mean the first. For me, it's rarely like a sit down and do it all process. If it was a sit down and do it all process, it would probably take 10 10 to 15 hours, probably. I'm going to say 10 to 15 hours. And then there's the whole instruction part of it, which that's a whole other beast. Anyhow, this guy, so really there's not much I can show of this one yet. I just put this one up yesterday. But this one is, I'll show you the inside though, because it's kind of cool. This one is using the Reaching Out collection, so the one that we kind of use today in a couple of places. This is friendship themed. So, but the collection is really generic, so it works for lots of different things. Okay, but what I wanted to show you about the inside, none of it's done. This is the one I just started yesterday. But what's really cool, I want to show you this album because this is a new album from 49 and Market. This is one of the things that is part of the album. So look at this. I mean, this is a good size. This is 6 by 8. This opens up, and then look at all of that accordion. So this, once I have it designed, is going to be really, really cool. But what's really cool about this too, look at all the space for photos or journaling. You have lots of different things right here. So this is part of the album. And this I will be taking, we'll decorate it, and then this I'll glue it here. And it will go, I think, right here in the inside front cover. So isn't that really cool? Yeah, totally different. 49 and Market's doing some really cool things with some of their product lately. But then the rest of this. So they used to have a book like this that I've done some things with before that didn't have this part, but had this part. These pages are super cool because they all fold out. That leaves you, that is 8 by 12 once it folds out. So you have a ton of room in here for lots of things. And these pages can turn one of two ways. Okay, but this one, so this is the center. Is this going to be for sale blank? Oh no, so Linda, you know, I don't have this one for sale blank, but you know what? I have some extras from when I did one of these books last year. It didn't have this in it, but it had these things. Well, here's a question. If you guys, would you be interested in blank books like this? I mean, usually I don't do blank books, but, you know, just do the blank books. But you'll have to let me know if that's something you'd be interested in because I could certainly bring them in. But look at this one. The way I have this folded for the centerfold, look at that. That is now 24 by 8. So really, really cool things. Are those books pre-assembled? These are pre-assembled, yeah. So basically all of this, all those pieces are already in there like that. My kits aren't pre-assembled. You get all of the product and the instructions in the video class, but yeah. Let me see if there were any more questions. Mimi, no, I need you. Yes, on the blank books. Okay, blank books. Okay, if you could get both sides. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll bring them in. I just brought a bunch of, they have some really cool new clips that I just brought in that are under the What's New section on the website. The only time I'm interested in blank books is when you are between kits. So that's funny. All right, yep, no, I'll bring them in. I will bring them in for sure. The nice thing too is then if you ever buy one of the project kits, then you kind of made one and then you have ideas, I think, on, you know, different things you could do with it. Okay, friends, more questions now that we're just hanging out. Let me see if I missed anything, but I'm on fire. Yeah, there's a lot, Kim, there's a lot, just kind of bouncing around. Always looking for new ideas. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. So can you get just the envelopes that you could go into the snap albums? Ah, Susan, guess what? Okay, hold on. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to be right back. Oh, Karen, there's like 5 pages of new products, so you should go look. Yes, they have these waterfall things that are standalone that are 4 by 6. So Susan, when you were saying, could they go in a snap album? Yes. So I will, this weekend, I will put together an order and go back to 49 and Market and say, hey, I need another order. And I will get some of these blank things. Oh, the other thing I should tell you, just since we're just chit-chatting together, there are 3 new mini book kits coming out in May. Two are snap albums, the 6x8 pocket page albums, so kind of like this. One is the summer album. I always do a summer one every year. And then the Lemon Twist that I mentioned, the new collection from Simple Stories, Lemon Twist. But there's also one that I am doing with Heidi Swap's Carefree collection that is with a folio. And the folio is a really cool, kind of like this, but on steroids, little interactive album that you put, not album, mini book that you put together. That is awesome from Photoplay. So that's another one that's coming too. Mimi, yes, Mimi was funny. Mimi sent an email to me earlier this week and it said, if my husband only knew how much that if they only knew, right? And I'm sure they probably say that about us too. Oh my gosh, my wife only knew how much I spent on golf balls or, whatever it is, tools or fishing lures or, I don't know, right? It's kind of sometimes it's good to not really know. All right, you guys, let's see. Love Carefree. Oh yeah, the Carefree one's going to be really fun. Oh, Carol Ann, any update on a date for the Epson printer class? So here's the thing. What we've been doing with my dad, what we've been going through with my dad wasn't necessarily part of the plan. We figured that it would happen one day. We didn't figure that it would happen so quickly. So the last probably 2 months, my every world has been turned upside down, and it's probably going to be another couple of weeks or month before everything kind of settles down with that. So once things get settled down with that, then I should be able to do a video about the printer. And I know I've been promising for a while. In the meantime, if you have questions about that Epson printer and you're not sure how to do something, shoot me an email, because if there's something that I can help you with that you have a question about, then I'd hate to have you still waiting for me to be able to do that. So if shoot me an email, and you can go to my website and click contact us. That's the easiest way to probably get me. All right, you guys. So Karen, this is interesting. Nick checked all of those this morning and didn't see any errors. So I will check as soon as we're done. I'll check the printer link, but let me know if there's specific ones, because he tested every single one while I was getting ready. I'm like, honey, please, before you golf, can you do this? So let me know which ones. I'll test it. I'll look again, but we weren't finding them, so I'm not sure what's going on. Are you home? You're not like through a work network or something, are you? Because I know sometimes like corporations will block certain places. So maybe, I don't know. Because it sounded like someone just clicked on, so Kathy just clicked on the printer link and it sounded like it was okay. I'll look, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Jennifer, you're so nice. Thank you. All in uppercase so I can see that. All right, friends. Kim, you're not asking me. You're asking Karen. I get it. Duh. Okay, friends. I think that is, I don't know. Links have not working with me and I tried several. You guys, so weird. Honestly, so weird. Here's the deal. If you're clicking on something and it's taking you nowhere, shoot me an email and I'll help you get there. But it's super hard to troubleshoot. When some people it works and some people it doesn't. That's where it totally blows my mind. So I'm not sure. It would be much easier if it was everyone. See you Friday. Sarah, what's Friday? Oh, copy and paste the link. That's a good idea. What's Friday? I don't know what Friday is. Karen, shoot me an email and let's troubleshoot if you have time. Happiest box. Oh my gosh, Sarah. Sorry. Yes. For the Memories Unlimited Happiest Box on Earth retreat. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking anyhow. All right, friends. Goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Like I said before, lots of stuff new. So click on, just go to laylebymynoel.com and then you can see it all. And we'll go from there. Okay, you guys, next Saturday, I will hopefully for sure see you next Saturday. And if not, then take care and we'll see you. Oh, good. Copy and paste worked. Yeah, see, that's what's weird. That's what's weird if it doesn't link, but the copy and paste. Oh, Debbie, thank you. That's very sweet. Bye, Ariana. Thanks, Tracy. All right, you guys, I will hopefully see you next week. And if not, I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me in again today.